Hello students. So this is the second revision lecture of unit 2. Okay. In last session we have come up to the document object model, and we have seen its properties. Okay. So in that we have seen the objects also that are making the document object model structure, like window object, document object, form object, link, anchor and form control elements. So in this session we will start with DOM level 1. So the DOM level 1 specification is separated into two parts, that is core and HTML. So every web page resides inside a browser window which can be considered as an object, and the way a document content is accessed and modified is called as document object model or DOM. So the objects that are organized in hierarchy, and this hierarchical structure applies to the organization of object in a web document. So according to that, the DOM levels are created. So this DOM level 1 is separated into two parts, that is core and HTML. And core level 1 provides a low level set of fundamental interfaces that can represent any structured document, as well as it defines the extended interface for representing an XML document. And HTML level 1 provides additional higher level interface that are used with the fundamental interfaces and defined in the core level 1. It also provides more convenient view of an HTML document. Then the interfaces introduced in DOM 1 include like document, node, attribute, element and text interfaces. So mainly it is made up of core and HTML part. Okay. Then the methods used in DOM are write string, that will write this given string onto the document. Then get element by ID, get element by name, get elements by tag name and get elements by class name. So all these methods are giving us access to get that particular content from the web page or from our code block with the given ID. Like get element by ID will return the elements having the given ID value, and get elements by name, it returns all the elements that are having the given name value. Then elements by tag name, get elements by tag name will return all the elements having the given tag name, and the elements by class name, it returns all the elements having a given class name. So these are few methods that are used in document object model. Okay. Then DOM level 2. The DOM level 2 specification contains 6 different specifications, like the DOM 2 core, views, events, style, traversal and range, and the DOM 2 HTML. Okay. So in DOM 1 there are only two contents, core and HTML part, and in DOM level 2 there are 6 parts, that is DOM 2 core, then views, events, style, traversal and range, and the DOM to HTML. So most of the DOM level 2 is supported in Mozilla. And the description we can get for DOM level 2 core parts of the 6 separated parts, like DOM level 2 core. The core helps the program and scripts to access and update the content and structure of document dynamically. Then the views allows programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content of HTML or any XML document, where the events provide a generic event system to programs and scripts. And the DOM level 2 style, that is the fourth element, it allows program and scripts to dynamically access and update the content of style sheets. Then the traversal and range, that is the fifth part, it allows The traverser and range, there are two parts in this also. So the traverser allows programs and scripts to dynamically traverse, whereas the range identify a range of content in a document, and also it allows programs and scripts to dynamically access. And the DOM level 2 HTML, it updates the contents and structure of HTML 4.01 and XHTML 1.0 documents. Okay, structure of this HTML 4.01 and above versions are also now included. So this is the separation of part and specification of them in the descriptive manner for DOM level 2. So now there comes level 3 of DOM. This level contains 5 different specifications. The DOM 3 core, load and save, validation, events and XPath. So we'll see specification of these three. That is DOM level 3 core. It allows programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, then structure and document style. Then the load and save, it allows programs and scripts to dynamically load the content of an XML document and then into a DOM document. Then the level 3 validation, that allows programs and scripts to dynamically update the content and structure of documents, plus it ensures that the document remains valid. So these are three specifications. Then the events and XPath are made up with the things like the events will organize the whatever the event we have provided in the code block, and they will also handle that particular event, that like the HTML DOM event allow JavaScript to register different event handlers on the elements in an HTML document, and the events are normally used in combination with the function, and the function will not be executed before the event occurs. For example, the on click event, so that event on click, after clicking on that particular link or any button or anything that we have given, after that only the thing will take place, whatever we have provided. It is like if this condition is true, then this something will happen. So like that, if you are clicking on something and if there is that event given, then only that action will be taken, otherwise it is not considered. So that event is also a event. So that on click event, it can be an example of that these events. So these events and event handlers are mattered very much in the this DOM levels. Okay, so next is the XPath, that allows to search the path of the key element or whatever thing we are discussing about the like DOM levels or DOM level specifications, that we can matter with this XPath. Okay, so this is about the DOM level 3, and DOM objects and their properties and methods we will see. Like in the DOM, all HTML elements are defined as objects, and the programming interface is the properties and methods for each object, and these are specific terms only. So like the first, the all HTML elements are defined as object, then all the programming interface are the properties and methods of each object. Okay, and what these HTML DOM properties are values of any HTML elements that you can set or change. Okay, so what are these things that is given here in the statement lines? Okay, then the HTML DOM methods, what they are actions that you can perform on HTML elements. And a method is an action you can do, like add or delete an HTML element. Okay, so these are the points, like what are properties and what are methods. So all HTML elements, so what are elements that are defined as objects. Okay, that are something that is defined as objects. The programming interface, what it is the properties and methods regarding each object. What is HTML DOM properties? These are values that we can set or change. And HTML DOM methods, those are actions that you can perform again on HTML elements. Okay, so these are the things that are related with document object model. So now we'll see with example how they are executed in code. Like this example changes the content, the inner HTML of the P element. Like here id is given demo. So we can see we have started this script, and in body part we have given a paragraph that is included with id demo. And in script we have used the method get element by id. So get element by id and of demo, and dot inner HTML, and the message we have passed is hello world. So in this example we can use that get element by id, that is a method, and the inner HTML is a property. Okay, so that get element by id is used to return the things with particular id, and here id we have given is demo. Okay, so we can see the output. It is showing us my first page and the hello world. Okay, then get element by id and inner HTML. Like the get element by id method, the most common way to access an HTML element is to use the id of an element. And in the example we have seen the get element by id method used the id demo to find the element, and the inner HTML property we have used here. Now the easiest way to get the content of an element is by using the inner HTML property.